Silence is golden, but has this movie lived up to the noise that it's made? Let's take a crack at it here on Movies in a Nutshell. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Melee Mob to see all our movie news, reviews, and so much more. Hello everyone and welcome to Movies in a Nutshell, where we talk about movies in a quick way so you can get on with your day. I am your host, Detective Artimus, and have you had a chance to check out our Ready Player One review? Hit the link above to check it out. Today our movie will be A Quiet Place. But before we do that, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button because you know you want to like this, please. In this video, we will be talking about spoilers, so if you haven't seen A Quiet Place yet, hit the watch letter button on this video, go in and watch the movie, and then come back in and join on the discussion. Go! Or if you don't care about spoilers, sit back and let's talk. I really thought I was gonna fall asleep during this movie, not because it was boring, but it was because it was quiet for long periods of time, and that tends to relax me. But to my pleasant surprise, it was all worth it, because when the noise actually happened, you know shit was gonna go down, so it was a great way to build up suspense. I love that there was very little dialogue and like zero flashbacks of how the alien creatures took over the earth, except for some newspaper clippings in the background and a couple of shots. You know, the movie just kind of jumps right in beautifully, and you just go from there, which means that this movie was character driven. It also meant that the actors actually had to act. I know, shocking concept. When the little son died in the very beginning of this movie to set up the whole shut the fuck up nature in this world, I was glad that that happened because it meant that anyone can die and the film won't hold back. Not because I like seeing kids die, though it was pretty funny in Pet Sematary. Gage! Speaking of the kids, it was totally the girl's fault that her little brother died. She shouldn't have given him that loud ass spaceship toy, because you know that when the dad took out the batteries, that kid was gonna grab those batteries and put them right back in that toy and fucking cause a disaster. Because in the mind of a 4-year-old, it's like, fuck listening to the parents, it's toys first, bitch. So the kid dies and the parents have another baby on the way, which was an obvious rebound baby, and I'm sure they regretted it. Massive accident. Like me. But it makes the plot much more interesting, because how are you gonna have a baby in a world where you can't make any noise at all? Because if you do, you'll get eaten. And babies never shut the fuck up. So it just adds much more tension to the movie and makes it all the more thrilling. Also, when they had sex, was it the sort of sex that like the parents were in the other room, so you had to like keep the girl's mouth, you know, quiet or with a pillow over her face? Or did they talk dirty and express orgasms through sign language? Another great thing about this movie is that it didn't rely on cheap jump scares. It was the atmosphere that made the movie scary. Something a lot of horror movies tend to forget. You know who you are. One thing I did wonder though is that why did they wear socks or something when they were walking around? I'm sure that would have muffled the sound a lot better, but instead we get a lot of feet shots. Hey, are we sure that this wasn't directed by that toe-sucking Tarantino? Oh, it was directed by the dad. And him and the wife are married in real life? So she's actually banging the director? Nice. Hey, no judgment. You gotta do what you gotta do. It kind of cracked me up when the dad sends the son to go light the fireworks as a distraction, because he pretty much said, hey, your mom needs help, go sacrifice yourself, and go die over there. They didn't even realize that the daughter ran away until way after the matter. And what was the dad's response? Ah, they're smart, they've trained for this. Which actually meant, fuck them, we have a new baby, let's start all over, and I'll go find them later. Maybe. Obviously that's not what happened, but it was the impression I got, and I guess because I'm just an asshole and I misinterpret things in my own sick way. So they eventually figure out that high frequency pitches kind of subdues the creatures and exposes their fleshy part of their head, which makes them vulnerable to a gunshot. Which is pretty cool and all, but how did the military not figure this out? Or maybe they did and they just didn't give a shit about the town. The mom was made to look like a badass by having a near quiet birth with a fucking puncture wound in her foot. I mean, geez, I can barely take it when I step on a fucking Lego. The ending was a little cheesy to me when like the creatures are coming to the house and the mom was just like cocking the shotgun like I'm ready for you, and then it just rolls to credits. I was just like, really? It felt like those stupid fucking Resident Evil movie endings where it's just like, you know, she just looks like the badass and it just ends. Speaking of Resident Evil, the creatures kind of reminded me of the Lickers from there. If libraries still existed, these creatures should work there. No one will make a sound and everybody get their reading done. Now it's time to rate the movie, so let's take a look at the rating system, starting with the best from the left. We have awesome must watch, damn fine movie, good dumb fun, watch when you're bored, and avoid at all costs. To me, this was a very different movie with an original premise, which helped it make it stand out a lot. This is the perfect example of a simple concept being executed very well, and it just goes to show that it's better to master the basics instead of fucking up the fancy. The moments of tension were excellent and a little unpredictable, but the final shots of the movie kinda dumbed it down a bit. So I hereby declare A Quiet Place a damn fine movie. So what did you guys think of the movie? Vote in the poll above my head. Where's the poll, you ask? Tap the screen, hit the I button, and cast your vote. Simple. Also, what was your favorite part of the movie? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel. I am Detective Artimus, and